So this one kinda came out of nowhere for me. I didn't even know it existed until it was already out. And then I heard some good things about it from a few different places. But what really sold me on it was the fact that it stars Riz Ahmed, and I love the guy. And in this one he plays a drummer in a metal band who, let's just say, runs into some quite serious issues. Issues that force him to re-examine his career, his relationship, and his entire life basically. And I gotta say, I didn't really know what to expect from this, but it turned out to be a very pleasant surprise. Because it's a fairly quaint, stripped down, quite simple little movie that tackles a subject I don't remember having seen in a movie before, at least not the way this dealt with it. And it takes a very grounded approach to it as well, and Ahmed's performance just brings the whole thing home. And yeah, you really feel for the guy and you understand his struggles. And it feels like a legit gut punch when he starts to realize what's going on and the seriousness of the issues he's facing. But at the same time, it's not really a bummer of a movie, although it definitely has moments like it. Because this movie also has a lot of heart and even feels uplifting at times. Mainly because of the people who try to help him and the community around him. Speaking of which, Paul Raci, who plays the old man helping him out, is incredible in this. I mean, his performance in certain scenes is nothing short of phenomenal. And he probably channels some real life experiences into it as well, and it shows. Because yeah, with a lesser performance in that role, this could have easily felt way less impactful. He plays a pretty crucial role in this, and without him it would be a different story. Which I guess brings me to Olivia Cooke's performance as the girlfriend. And she does a really good job as well. It's probably the most subtle and nuanced performance of hers I can think of. And together the three of them kind of form a trifecta that carries the movie. Along with the writing, of course, because the story here and the overall writing is really quite strong. Although I will say I did more or less see the arc play out before it even started. So in that sense it's kinda predictable, and part of me wishes it had come up with something like a twist that I didn't see coming. But at the same time, if it works, and I shouldn't really be complaining about it. And what also works is the more technical side of things. I think the direction and the editing were really good. It looks pretty decent too. It has this grit to it which fits the main character, and I liked it. And when it comes to the sound design, I think they did about as good of a job they could have in order to help the audience understand what's going on. How it might feel to be in the shoes of the main character without compromising the overall viewer experience. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really well made little movie. And all the issues I had with it were more or less just nitpicks that I could easily ignore. So I would say Darius Marder did a fine job with his directorial full-length debut. And I can't wait to see what he comes up with next, because this was most definitely worth a watch. And at the end of the day, I can't really give it much less than a solid 8. Boop. So go watch it, or you could also, of course, not do that. After all, I'm not your dad. But hey, what are your thoughts on this? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, maybe give it a thumbs up or sub to the channel, because that would be fantastic.